My bad. Yeah, funny. Baby choke.
Welcome, you guys. We are here, and I'd like to introduce you to the Comic Cinema Crew. It's our official new name for the crew you see, along with our guy Dave, who is not here today. And of course, it's on the BigMike and LittleAnt channel. So, and we are here to review Ghostbusters Afterlife with a review and a spoiler discussion afterwards. What's going on, fellas? Ant, what's going on, guys?
Whew. So, you know what's crazy? You guys all had planned when you were going to see this, and I had no plan, but I ended up seeing it the day before you guys seen it. It's kind of crazy. But, yeah, man, I'm good.
Hey, Chris, E, what's going on with you guys, bro?
What's going on?
Not much. Just want to give a shout out to my girl Amanda for retweeting us like crazy, and a little shout out to our little fan Tristan here. He's a big comic book fan, loves Venom. He thinks we're cool, and they actually sat through our 3-hour podcast. So,
all right, Tristan. Awesome. Yeah, shouts
awesome.
Out to you, bro.
Thank you, Tristan. Yeah,
Tristan, it's cool. You got
it.
We
do we did a Venom one too, right? Yeah, so I'm go check out the Venom at the Carnage review we did. Actually,
yes, sir.
That was pretty cool. But anyway, we're here for Ghostbusters Afterlife, man. And before anyone speaks, man, I gotta let Chris, the Ghostbuster, as you can see, talk about it, man.
Yeah.
Like, what are your, let's say, out of the theater thoughts? Because you went today, like me, stuff like that. So.
I thought I didn't think it was too long. I thought there was nostalgia for days. It was a very entertaining story. The kids were well cast, I think, and they pulled the heartstrings at the end. And what a tribute to Harold Ramis, man! I can't. It was a true Ghostbusters sequel, and I've been needing that for 34 years since '89.
E, what about your thoughts? Fresh out. Without spoilers.
It was all right. I needed to see, that universe again. But to me, I just feel, different about the movie,
Okay, we'll get to that.
That's why we also would do a spoiler discussion. So, I know it's my turn. Let me just let you guys know. We're going to do as you see the title, we're going to do a review, but then we're going to do a spoiler discussion. So it's cool because if you haven't seen it, we're going to give you guys our opinion, but then you might want to exit. So with that being said, I was a big fan of Ghostbusters when I was younger. So I feel like this is a legit sequel, right? So that's the really cool thing about it. I'm with Chris, pretty much everything he said. I don't think I didn't enjoy as much as he said, and I'll break that down when we get to the spoiler discussion.
Please
but
do.
Overall, it was a really cool movie, and if you're a fan of Ghostbusters, it's kind of a must-see. But I think if you're not a fan, then you could skip this movie, and it's okay.
Okay. I was also a fan of Ghostbusters growing up. Both of them as a kid. Chris knows this. I've been watching this. The movies.
I did see that, by the way, before we got on here. Yeah,
the movies that made us on Netflix was a great. If you love movies, you need to watch this. They detail so many movies, but one of them is Ghostbusters. So Chris will tell you they go deep into the lore. So I watched that recently, so that brought me back into that world.
A lot of stuff I didn't know either. That was so cool. I love
that. Is it a series or is it a movie?
It's a series, right? It's called The Movies That Made Us, and they detail Alien. It's about 12 different movies on there, but Ghostbusters is one of them.
Right.
So. Yeah, I haven't watched the Aliens one yet. Yeah, you'll probably like that one too, and it's pretty good. But anyway, so it brought me back into the world. I forgot all about the stuff like the cartoon, which I did like growing up and stuff like that. And the song is iconic, obviously. And Ant will tell you this. What was I for Halloween, Ant?
He was a Ghostbuster.
I was a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, the book bag with the backpack and everything.
The jumpsuit, all of it.
And,
for almost a second there, this movie would have been Ghost Breakers.
He won best costume of the night.
Yes, which I will keep my title next year too, but that's another story for another day.
Nah. Taking that.
But anyway, so we're back into the world. I'm with you, Chris. I didn't like the 2016 film with Melissa McCarthy and that crew. I thought that was horrible. Horribly bad to me. So yeah, for me, my expectation was like it'll be all right. And as far as the movie itself, I'm with Chris. A lot of thoughts. I thought the kids were casted great. I thought that the pacing of the movie was really, really good. Some of the story could have been a little bit better to me. I will say that. But overall, I will say I came out positive about the film. So is there a way you can spoil without spoiling it, Anthony? Like some of your gripes about it, stuff like that. Or no?
I think because this is not spoiler. I feel like some of the writing wasn't good. I feel like some of the characters just wasn't in touch with reality.
Okay.
So I feel like it was really like sometimes I'm like it was like no emotion for certain stuff, and I feel like the certain comedy that he was going for fell flat. There was times where I was like, I think that was supposed to be funny, but it didn't catch, and then it was like, I'll say that.
Okay, yeah, the comedy aspect. I forget about that, So yeah, so those are like my first thoughts. My gripes, I kind of told you. Chris, any gripes for you? Like without spoiling it?
It's very minor, and without spoiling,
yeah,
it kind of went step for step of the '84 movie. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say anything else. And I thought they could have gone like a new route or something we hadn't seen yet, so to speak. I won't get into any other details, but that was, if I had a gripe, that was my only one.
Now, you know what I'm going to say, though, real quick, Chris? I actually disagree. I thought that was a good thing because that's how I feel like it was a direct sequel, right? So I feel like if they did something totally different, then, like, for me, it connected what I guess your gripe would be. For me, I feel like that was cool because it really connected me to the last thing I seen really well. I thought it was cool.
We'll get into it. Yeah.
Any gripes or even thoughts without spoiling it that you can give on this movie?
He said it, like the comedic aspect of it. Like it wasn't that, I don't want to say it wasn't that funny, but
but it wasn't that funny.
Comedy was dry, right?
Yeah, it really was.
All right, cool. So let's just go ahead and wrap this. We can get the spoilers we're dying to get into. Chris, what do you give it on a 1 through 10 then?
High 7.
What does that mean?
1 through 10?
Yeah.
All right, then I give it an 8.
Well, you could give it a 7.5 or you could give it an 8,
I don't want to quite give it an 8, and I don't want to quite give it a 7, so it'd be in the middle, 7.5.
Cool.
All right, E?
I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6.
Sounds about right. And
not bad, but not good.
So I want to give it a 6, but nostalgia and my childhood, or however old I was, will give it a 7 because at the end we'll get into
attaboy.
Right.
You got to get it for that.
See, that's
like it was nostalgia for days, man. Beautiful.
And I'm gonna split the difference, and I'm gonna say 6.5 for me.
Gotcha.
Right now.
All right, we're all on the same page, sort of.
Yeah, sort of kind of. Right. So anyway, that's our kind of fresh out of the theater, well, not the theater, but review of the movie. We're gonna go ahead and go to the spoiler section once again. If you have not watched the movie, this is your chance to go away. We're gonna spoil this movie up, down, left, right, in and out. So, guys, Chris, go ahead. What do you?
We just talking spoilers now.
Yeah, spoilers. So, what do you love about the movie? Spoiler thoughts.
Oh my god! Well, you got the moment that the original Ghostbusters came back. They look so old, and it's almost sad, but like it was awesome seeing them in their uniforms again. When I heard a flat top, and he turned around, it was Bill Murray with a proton pack, and everybody standing there. I was like, "Oh shit!" And then the tribute to Harold Ramis was beautiful. You know what I mean? he didn't say anything, but that CG Ramus, man, had me convinced for a minute. Not gonna lie, even though he was a spirit, like I was like, holy shit, is that really him, or is that some kind of like something they made him from? I don't know, man. But that was really good, really good.
You know what's cool? What's really cool about that? I didn't know he wasn't alive, so I just thought that was him.
Wow,
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
he died in 2014.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
I thought the
yeah,
kids
that
were
was
great.
real good.
Paul Rudd is Paul Rudd, right?
You're right.
It's funny that he was now the key master. That was cool, man. And the whole scene in the Walmart with the Stay Puffs, that was awesome. Hearing that Ecto-1 roaring through the streets, and especially in RPX, man. And when they ignite those proton packs, man, that sound will bring you back. And that was really cool. I could say a lot about this movie. I mean, I love all of it, man, all of it. But like I said, my gripe is they did exactly the same thing. Like I thought Zool was gone, right? I thought they got rid of her in part 1, and that was the end of it. But apparently not. I also thought it was really, really badass that his farm was a super big trap. That was kind of like the twist in the movie.
Right.
Like he had been building this trap to capture Gozer, right?
Right.
So,
I mean, I don't think it was a twist because that's kind of they showed in the first scene that was a trap. Kind of saw that all together.
I didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a twist because, yeah, like Mike said. So this is pretty much what he's been working on because he knew that he was coming back. So
Right.
or those are whatever it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I could say more, but I still need to see it one more time too. So, but as far as like hitting all those points for me, yeah, man, this was Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
Okay. E, spoiling it. Well, what didn't you like, bro? I know you give it a 6.
And let me just give a shout out to Cloud Validation that's tuning in.
Thank you.
I know you haven't seen much of my content, but you've been popping in lately, so I just want to thank you for jumping in.
What's up, Cloud?
All right. So I felt the movie was rushed a little bit. I felt the characters were too young. Like I expected a little bit. You know, we're gonna continue this fighting ghosts, make it. I don't know. I just wanted more scarier, like in the first and second ones, where it gave you a little bit more thrill ride.
That's because you was probably like 6 years old. That doesn't count.
Would you like them to be teenagers then, like you know, or young adults?
Yeah. Handling proton packs, driving the car. Yeah, I feel like they should be a little bit older.
Yeah.
Especially going against Gozer, like grown men had to fight that.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then the rest of the stuff you said, I agree with, but for the most part, that's what bothered me. The story being rushed. The graphics was good. I mean, Ghostbusters was old. Woo! Bill Murray was looking crazy.
Yeah.
They say black don't crack, boy. But
that old man.
Well, actually, Ernie Hudson looks pretty good, though. I got to give him that.
Yeah, he looked really good. I was sure.
Well,
like, wow.
black don't crack, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I was thinking that. I was like, bro, I need to know how old each of them are, because he got to be like 10 years younger than them, yo. He can't be the same age. Because that was amazing.
They got to be in their 60s.
Yeah, it definitely was amazing. All right, Ant, since you had seemed like some of the bigger gripes, what's your issues, man? Dive on into it, buddy.
So first of all, I get it. Like my wife had to remind me. The girl had no emotions. The little girl, and it was bothering me. But my wife said, "But remember, earlier on, she said, I know, Chris, that I said, I guess that she doesn't deal with emotions like normal people." But I just felt like the writing was terrible as far as she came in her room and the chest was moving by itself. She had no emotions whatsoever. I was like, wait, she literally was like, oh, playing chess with nothing. Now, I maybe a scene got cut out where she kind of realized it was her grandfather, but she didn't say that to like another night went by and she told the dude like, oh, I think I met my grandfather last night. I'm like, you didn't even act. You was just like, oh, I'm playing chess with nothing. So then she go downstairs and then the light turns and looks at her and she looked like, oh, and just watch the light turn. I'm like, you wouldn't be like, what the? And then, okay, fine, give her that because she has no emotions. The mom did the same thing. The mom slid downstairs, went, the light turned, looked at her. She looked at the light like, oh, what is it showing me?
You guys
Like,
aren't going to believe this,
do
but
you
Ernie
just see
Hudson
this
is the
often?
oldest out of all of them, by the way.
Who?
Ernie Hudson is the oldest out of all of them, by the way. I just looked it up. Yeah.
Oh, black then, yeah. Bill Murray looked it so bad. I was like, not my
Yes.
boy
Ernie's
Bill Murray.
75 and Bill Murray's 71.
Damn, bro.
I'm sorry, I just had to bring that out.
No,
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah. So how old is the other? Well,
How old are the other ones? Real quick. Sigourney Weaver, 72. Dan Aykroyd is 69.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. But you know what's crazy? When I thought about it, to think, but real quick, and before I get to that, yeah, I'll just go back to it. I thought about it like Bill Murray, like he looked old, not old, but like he was in his 40s then when they made the movie and stuff like that. And when I thought, I was like, yo, when I was a kid, he looked that old, but now look back, like his hairline was done back then.
Right? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, he looked. So for me, being a little bit older. For me, he looked older because when they made the cartoon, I was like, bro, he don't look nothing like the cartoon. I was like, what? So that really clicked for me, how much older he looked in the movies when I was younger. But man, like, I just want to get into the stuff I don't like because it was a decent movie, but even the comedy, like, I guess they was trying to be funny, but they technically had sex, and I was like, wait, hold on. Like when the two parents,
but they didn't show it. Woohoo!
They didn't, but like they was like, I guess when we, I was like, so you're trying to make the joke about
you didn't like their dopey
is this
humor?
a kids movie? Is it not a kids movie? Like, I felt like it wasn't in touch with his audience. I feel like I don't know who their audience was. Like, I guess they wanted it to be for like somebody like you and me, Chris, and us, right? But then they was trying to cater to the kids, but then they was clearly making it like they just had sex, and I was just like, wait, what? I don't know. I felt like the writing was off a lot of spots. I was just like, that's inconsistent. So that was bothering me. But other than that, I think what was really cool was, so they start off the movie and you don't really know who the kid is related to. And I said, I bet it's Egon's. That's Egon's. They did a good job at casting her. I bet Egon's their family because she had the round glasses. So that was pretty cool. I thought the casting
and that's
was
why she
cool.
Just to counter your original argument, the Phoebe was like that because she's like her grandfather. Like Egon was like that in all the movies. Like nothing fazed him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I did clear that up. I said my wife said.
Egon screamed in the library when that ghost came at him.
Well, they all did and went running out of the place. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this kid had no emotions.
Nerves of steel.
I mean, that's fine because she said that. But you would think for the first time the chest is jumping over your chest things. She was just literally, it wasn't like a pause or nothing. She just went with it.
And did you think that was a spirit, or was that Egon playing chess with her?
That was supposed to be Egon. Because then the next day, she said, I met my grandfather last night.
Okay,
and then he was the light and all that. Yeah. Nice. But yeah, that's some of my issues with the movie. But I will say having Dozer again was cool for me because it was really that connection, because you brought me back to what I left off. So that was cool for me. And mind you, I didn't see the girl Ghostbusters that you guys did. So my nostalgia was the last thing I seen.
Yeah, it's all right. You don't need to see it.
Yeah,
not all right. It's bad. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I got to say.
All right. So for me, I'm gonna say, like, I agree with everything Ant said. I think that first of all, Paul Rudd's my guy, but I think he was misused in this movie. Like I felt like that like he should have been either like, I don't know, I feel like the part when like at first it was going good, but then when his spirit got taken over, it was like you got Paul Rudd for this? To half of the movie be a damn animal? Like, he could have got anybody, but he could have got Paul Johnson. It didn't matter who you got. So I feel like that really pissed me off a little bit. The whole story of why he went to the town, Egon, and stuff was just like a whole lot of exposition for me. And I'm like, you guys wrote yourself into this corner because you put it in this crazy, strange town. You could have had him just back in New York or so, or anywhere. I just felt like that was like not necessary for me, like where he went. And then I'm like, okay, he went to this town, but why was he at this old ass house? Like it was from 1925. Like he left in the 90s. That's why the house looks so old. I'm confused about that like that. Like, so, and
I guess he didn't do any upkeep. That's all.
Bro, do you see that house? If you bought the house in 1990 something, it wouldn't look like that today.
Man, that place was termites holding hands.
Yeah,
man.
but I think because it was the dust and stuff. You know, when they say you live near the shore and the sand.
Man,
so
I want to hear that. Bro, they purposely got a house that like was 60 years old.
Yeah, you see the garage roof was sunken in like that? That should have been condemned immediately.
It should have been, but again, they said he left in the 90s or whatever like that. So then, I felt like, and some of the stuff he said, these are kids, and some of the stuff they were doing, it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? You 15 and you freaking fixing this car. First of all, where you get the jumpsuit from? I don't even know.
Right.
that fits him.
So how about the jumpsuits fit them all?
Yes.
How about the Ghostbusters suits fit everybody to a T?
Right. To a T.
McKenna Grace is 4 foot nothing. How the hell she fit the jumpsuit? And the other little boy.
Suspend your disbelief.
Nah, man. And the other little boy podcast. He was also small as
hell. Yeah, he was awesome though. I liked him a lot.
He was awesome though. I liked his part a lot. But and then the other jumpsuit that he got to fix the car, I was like, where'd that come from? And I was like, he fixed the car. And
that should be the Cowboys' new name, podcast.
Or did he fix?
I was thinking about that kid.
Or did he fix the car with no tools? I was like, where are his tools at? All of a sudden, he fixed the car.
Yeah, now that you said that.
Junkie. I just believe tools was around somewhere. He probably
well,
it was in the garage. I mean, what else?
Egon helped him start it too, right?
Yeah, but that's a small thing. But I thought that the part with the whole the kids getting locked up part, that was like a waste of time for me. You know, and because they never brought back the cop who was supposedly the bad guy who was keeping the stuff from them. So it was like that was a useless tool to me a little bit. So there was a lot of like things that didn't work, but I thought that the kids were great actors. But I would agree with you. I wish there was a little bit older taking on the role. And now, the wife and the mom.
Could it be that they maybe want to make more movies with these kids? So you start off young.
Oh, I think they're gonna.
Yeah, I think definitely McKenna Grace, the girl, she's gonna be going for sure. Definitely, we'll talk about the post end credit scenes and stuff like that. But I guess because they're so young, kind of like what we're all saying, some of the stuff they did or some of the like bravery they had, it's cool, but it's like, really? I mean, you're going to the mine shafts, shit like that by yourselves,
right?
And y'all just like not scared at all. Like that was like a lot for me. And the mom, I think she was a great actress. I just thought like, I don't know, her emotions never showed on screen for me. Not even what you're talking about, but even before that, like, you know, what I felt like would have been better. The chick who played the daughter in Halloween, I feel like would have been perfect for this daughter in this role, honestly, and stuff. But so that's why I kind of got like a 6.5 for me. But
like he said, seeing him a little bit older would have been cool.
Yeah. But besides that, like it still was entertaining. Like Anthony always was entertaining. I was entertained, so I will say that, and that's a good thing. It was way better than the chick Ghostbusters. I will say that as well. And it was, and the ending, like you said, all of you guys said, was sentimental. It was a great send-off for Howard Ramis. I did love seeing the guys back. It definitely brought back my childhood. I might watch Ghostbusters 1 or 2 again this week, actually. I
was thinking of doing that tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah, let me say this, though. Missed opportunity. Really, bro? We couldn't get Slimer? Really?
Oh.
Yeah,
my wife
you're right,
kept
man.
thinking, like, Slimer's going to be in it. I was like, I think he is. So
I
first
thought
we
for sure
thought that
too,
first
man.
one was Slimer. And I was like, no, that's not Slimer. He got, like, a bunch of legs. But, I'm shocked by that.
Missed opportunity for sure.
You brought back the little like State Puffs, right?
How you like the little State Puffs compared to like the big State Puffs, by the way?
I mean, they played their part. I didn't connect with them though. Like they were just, and I felt like, yo, they killing each other. Like at first, that was a little disturbing. I was like, hold up, are they actually burning each other? And the one they kept getting stabbed, and I was like, I mean, I know there was marshmallows, but I was like, yo, what's going on here?
You know what it is? He said a little bit too earlier. The first ones, even though they were like still family movies back in the day, they had some horror to the movies a little bit. Like they like some of the stuff inside that damn museum, especially the dude with the face. Yeah. They was a little bit more terrifying. And when he was taking the baby and all that stuff, like that was a lot. This one I felt like didn't have any of that element at all. Like I was never like, no. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that
the creepiest moment was when the kids went in the 2 cars up the mountain and they looked down the mine shaft or whatever, and you seen like the red looking thing and like creepy looking eyes. That was the creepiest part of the whole movie.
Yeah, and you know who else I missed? Chris, Rick Moranis' character. I wish they could have got him back.
Where he was at?
He won't act anymore. After his wife died, he stopped. He's not acting anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
I think they made it up for him because when they had Janine, I seen her. I said, "Yo, that's Janine." I remembered her name and everything. Yo, I was amped.
I would have loved to have had him, man, but he won't.
Yeah, because when remember she was working at the place.
Yeah,
back
I
then,
know. She was waiting for the phone.
I feel like they had her. That was good enough, yo. As far as those two, the two nerdy people that worked there, at least they had her.
Did you guys catch J.K. Simmons as Shandor?
I'm like, okay, J.K. doing everything, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, that was supposed to be the same one from before? Same guy from before J.K. Simmons?
What do you mean?
The same guy from the old movies? J.K. Simmons supposed to be that guy?
That Shandor guy was only mentioned. You never saw him in the originals. Yeah,
okay, I got you. All right, yeah.
What I was about to say. Well, I gotta unfortunately wrap my part up a little bit.
So
what else do y'all want to get into? Because I'm a wrestling fan, guys. The Survivor Series is in less than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up then.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, man. So we already gave our reviews, but we got to go to the post and credit scenes really quick. So, did you guys stay for those, and what'd you think of them?
So let me tell a funny story.
Okay,
bro, I had no clue they was even gonna have any. The movie ended, and I took my nephew. So my nephew pulls out his phone. Sandy pulls out her phone. I pull out my phone. I was just checking mad notifications, and I had no clue. Like, we were just sitting there as if we knew it was coming. We just always on our phones. And then all of a sudden we was like, because we was gonna get up and go. And I was just like, Sandy's checking hers, I'm checking mine. I'm going through my stuff. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, what the hell? So I would have missed it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I always know a front or whatever. It was a post and credit scene. You saw both? Anthony?
Yeah, I saw both.
Okay. Yeah. So what'd you think of the setup for the next movie in the last post credit scene? Ernie Hudson, I guess.
Well, you mean at the very end, or
we talk about the mid one first? Which was
Sigourney
Weaver and stuff like that. What do you think about that?
Sigourney Weaver was the last one, right?
Yeah, no, she was the first one.
No, that was the first one.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
I mean, that was cool showing her. I mean, they showed pulling in the car into the place, so I guess he's gonna try to reestablish, Ghostbusters. I guess I don't know why, because technically there shouldn't be any more ghosts, but
right.
Oh, there's gonna be more apparently.
I feel like he might be like the head of like a Ghostbusting team. And he got
like
money
organization.
Too. Yeah. So I feel like that'd be kind of dope. And he got money, so I feel like that's pretty cool,
right?
As well. And the fact that he took the car from there, first of all, if I was the girl and the boy from the other from this movie, I'd be like, yo, why are you taking the car? Might be more ghosts out here. Where the hell are you going?
Right.
But the fact that he took it, I guess in his mind, we're gonna do this stuff here in New York again. That's
we're gonna do this right.
Yeah, and I want to see New York more too. I think because of the old movies too. I want to see that. What about you, Chris? Last word about those post credits.
What I thought was really cool in the credits, though, they had her as Dana Barrett Vankerman, which I thought was still cool. So I guess they're still married. That one was cool, man, because that's like one of my favorite parts of the original Ghostbusters, when he was giving the test to those kids and zapping them all with the wrong answers, but giving the girl the right answers. And then
she was saying all the wrong stuff.
And like I said, it pulled at the heartstrings. It pulled at nostalgia, man. It was great. And we talking about the last scene too?
Yeah.
My theory is that Ernie Hudson is going to take over the Ghostbusters because he's got a massive fortune, and I think he's going to implement the next series of Ghostbusters. I think he'll be like the big boss, right? Because there's something wrong with that storage device. Apparently, there's something going on with that, so maybe it will be in New York, and who knows? But I'm down for more Ghostbusters. Bring it on.
I always watch. I will say that. Anyway, guys. All right. Well, that's our spoiler-free on top of a spoiler discussion. As we want to talk to you on Ghostbusters as if we're fresh out of the theater, as we always do. We'll be back for more. Lots more, as we always are. So for that, man, again, this is our comic cinema crew. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me just announce. Hawkeye starts this week, guys.
Oh, wow. What day is it?
Let's go.
Wednesday. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So how many episodes they're going to have?
They're only going to have 6.
6.
Actually.
Okay. So we're just going to do 2 and 2 then?
I think we should do one Sunday, actually, of the first episode.
Do one for each episode?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
6.
What day does it start?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, cool.
Or Tuesday, 3:30 a.m. Wednesday.
Well, I'm also happy that it's only a half week for me this week, so let's go.
Yeah. So we'll be back next Sunday for the first episode of Hawkeye, stuff like that.
Right.
So besides that, man, Comic Cinema Crew, I guess we gotta get a send off together now. But
Yeah, right.
Thanks for having me again, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, you're part of the team now, buddy. So stop saying it like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll be back, Big Mike, LittleAnt channel on Tuesday night for another episode of Beyond the Trenches. This time I will be recording, but that's another story for this day.
Poor guy.
I know, but anyway, man, we'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Me and E were sitting in the audience, like, what's going on here?
You know what?
Yeah.
We'll end it, Anthony. I'll talk about that in a second.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Later.